Patriots. Now, Josh Allen becoming the fourth NFL quarterback to throw for more than 700 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions in the first 2 weeks of a season. He joins a list of contemporaries such as Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Patrick Mahomes. That's it. That's the list. Now, the media buzz following this win, a game that was delayed because of weather and electrical issues and all kinds of things, the media buzz is all about the burly quarterback from the shadow of Niagara Falls. It is a love fest. It is a Josh Allen palooza going on in Buffalo right now. Everyone and their mother is trying to one-up each other with compliments for Josh Allen. Things have gotten so out of hand, so rambunctious, that some pundits have now determined after 2 games, Josh Allen is the clear favorite to win the most valuable player honors in the NFL circa 2020. So let us discuss the question. Are you buying the Josh Allen hype train? Choo-choo! As the favorite to win the MVP race in the NFL. Now, I'm a skeptic, and I don't buy it. I'm impressed, but I don't buy it. I'm not there yet. Now, we lead off with the fact that Josh Allen, who so far by his standard has shown pinpoint accuracy. The book on Josh Allen up until now has been he is the compass rose. He does not know where the ball is going half the time. Well, so far that has not been the case. So far he has corrected and improved in this department. Now, this should give the Bills Mafia reason to celebrate, and he's certainly being hyped up because of it. Nevertheless, you got to be the grown-up in the room here. You look at the competition. Josh Allen has beaten up a couple of monstrosities of the AFC least. The Miami Dolphins this week and the Jets suck. These teams are both NFL teams. They're both lightweights is what they are. And these are a couple of teams who combined the Dolphins and the Jets. By the time it's all said and done, more is said than done. They will likely win together, 5 games? The way the Jets are going right now, in the prison of the moment, you'd say the Jets might win 1. The Dolphins, maybe they win 4 somewhere along the way. 2 of those against the Jets. Well, they're going to play each other twice, so they'll get at least 2 wins in that 2 games. Now, to rephrase this, the wins of the Buffalo Bills are fine. They're good even. You'd even put them in the good category. And for Josh Allen, his confidence, that's important, right? You're enhancing your statistics. That's what you do against bad teams. You fatten up your stats. But you also have to do it against the better teams or else you get tagged as Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, the book on Dak Prescott. Great against bad defenses. Against better defenses, he's exposed. We don't know yet with Josh Allen because it's a small sample size, but Buffalo has a tougher opponent next week with the Rams coming to the shores of Lake Erie. And Josh Allen will have opportunities later this season as we matriculate down the schedule against the varsity. Some heavyweights, not lightweights, heavyweights, defensively. Now, we don't know what the Patriots are yet. They're 1-1. Their defense got burned by Russell Wilson. But you would assume that the Patriots are going to be a better defensive team, not a top 5 defensive team, but certainly better than the Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And so Buffalo gets 2 games with the Patriots. They get 1 game with the Tennessee Titans, which you thought was going to be a very tough game. But Tennessee's got some defensive issues percolating in Nashville. Then you've got the Pittsburgh Steelers with those 7 first-round picks on defense. The L.A. Chargers. Buffalo's got a date with the L.A. Chargers later on. They play Seattle and also the 49ers, and who knows what the 49ers will be by that point. But the conversation here about Josh Allen, while I am not convinced that what I'm seeing is real and not a mirage, I will have a better opinion and a more complete opinion when he plays these better teams. If he is still Josh Allen doing the monster mash at the bash every week, then we will reevaluate at that time. But I'm not there yet. And furthermore, Josh Allen off to a flying start. Great, wonderful, right? That does not mean he's the MVP. Let's put the kibosh on that right now. Hold your horses. Hold your horses down for the MVP. This is what's known as jumping the gun. It is akin to declaring the winner at a golf tournament after 9 holes. You wouldn't do that because people would goof on you if you did that. It's like saying a team leading after 6 minutes of a 48-minute NBA game is going to win the game, or 7.5 minutes of an NFL game, because that is the equivalent of 12.5% of an NFL season. 2 games out of a 16-game season is 12.5%, which is the same as 9 holes in a golf tournament, or 6 minutes in an NBA game, or 7.5 minutes in an NFL game. You get the point. All right, you get the point. Buffalo has a long and winding road this season ahead of them. And so I always look at this. You got to wait at least 8 games. Typically, the MVP is won down the stretch, right? Down the stretch. That's normal. You got to be in position. And for that, sure, Josh Allen is putting himself in the conversation. That I will concede. But you don't win it, right? It's all about being in a situation where you have a chance to then jockey for position down the stretch. You're jockeying for position. And so after 2 games, yeah, Josh Allen's in the conversation. He has done that. But remember last year, Lamar Jackson, he carved up the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals last season, the first couple of games. And we were skeptical of Lamar Jackson, whether or not that was real or not, and it turned out that was not an illusion, that Lamar Jackson was able to do that during the course of the regular season. Now, he was exposed in the playoffs as a turnover machine, but in the regular season, he was fine, and so that turned out not to be a mirage. The jury is still out on Josh Allen. It just is. That's the way it is. Now, the last thing here. So Josh Allen has improved his accuracy. The nucleus has improved for the Buffalo Bills. They have better players around him on offense. They have modernized the offense, which is important. And so far, Josh Allen is completing over 70% of his passes. He's got 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Allen has 729 yards passing. He's averaged 9 yards per attempt. That's a big stat, right? 7's average, 8's really good, 9's really, really, really good. And so the numbers are of an elite performance so far against a couple of tomato cans. Josh Allen has played like a monster against the hoi polloi of the NFL, overindulging on the Jets and the Miami Dolphins, and he gets a couple more games against those teams down the line. But these are peasants. These are peasants. That does not impress me. You don't get any kind of medal for showing up and beating up the Jets and the Dolphins. You might win a division by doing that. The Patriots have certainly done that over the years, beating up the Jets and the Dolphins, but that's what you're supposed to do. So Josh Allen, again, he will have an opportunity to rise on up to the occasion in due time. But the Bills, they have the tougher schedule on the backside of the season, and it's going to get tougher with the Rams. The Rams are not a great team, but they appear to be a pretty good team. Jared Goff has some confidence on offense, but the Rams have 2 elite all-pro level players on defense with Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald in the middle. So that is an upgrade, and we'll see how Josh Allen responds coming up this next weekend there for the Buffalo Bills. But not my MVP. He's not my MVP after 2 games. Sorry!